3, 2, 1, Tetris. There is a new giveaway in the Twitch chat. Anonymous gifted a pint glass with more colors. Which pint glass is that? I don't even know what that is. A pint glass with more colors. Oh, that's the that is the long bar colorful variant. So it's the fictitious bar where everybody knows your game. The long bar. So if you want to join that, use the exclamation point join command. If you want a chance to win that, do it. We are underway in game number 1. Dog versus Myles. 74,000 for Dog, 91,000 for Myles. And thanks for the 3-2-1 countdown bits from K9. Appreciate that one. On the left side, it is Dog, a.k.a. Dog playing Tetris, qualified in at seed number 1 from the United States with an overall PB of 29.4 million. That's a lot of millions. That is the current score world record in NES Tetris. He's a 9-time CTM Masters event winner. I saw Myles with a Vitz over there. Dog qualified in at seed number 1 with a 1.89 million average of his best 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifier with a level with a 39 cap. The world record on a 39 cap just in a solo game is 2.1 million. He qualified in with a 1.89 million average of 3. He's ranked number 4 in the most recent Premier poll. As I said, a 9-time CTM Masters event winner. That's inclusive of our Lone Star event. That was a live Austin, Texas event in 2023. He's a 2-time CTWC world champion. Finished second in that event last year and in the top 4 the other 2 years he played. He's had high finishes in various regional tournaments, including a win in the Oklahoma DAS tournament and in Waco, and was 5th in the Jonas Cup. That is CTWC's North American DAS Championship. And oh, by the way, he's got 2 wins in our monthly DAS tournament, DAS Masters, including last month. So that is Dog. On the right side, it is Myles. He's at 311, by the way. 256 for Dog. Myles earned his way into this tournament in seed number 17. Had to play a round 2 match. That was against Eliash, and he won that one in a thrilling decider, 3-2. And then also took out Hydrant Dude 3-1 in the previous round. So Myles is here in the top 16. His qualifier was 1.38 million. Got an overall score PB of 8.06 million. That is good for 6th or about there somewhere on the list. Is the 7th highest rated player on the Premier poll. Was the 6th player to crash the game. No, I didn't mention Dog was the 8th crasher, and he also got that gym rebirth. That's minor detail. No big deal. Myles, also a winner of a Challengers circuit, has been in the finals 4 times, most recently in October against Blue Scooty. Was top 8 in CTWC 2024, top 16 the previous year, and also played the previous years in CTWC. And he has had high finishes in regional tournaments all around. 357 for Dog. There's a Tetris for Myles, 420. So Myles' high finishes include a win in Phoenix in 2022 and good finishes in Oklahoma, Waco, and at the Genesis event in 2024. And he was first place in Classic Tetris Brawl's Winter Games, which is a series of alternative modes. It's an invite-only tournament conceived and hosted and run by Dog playing Tetris. 512 for Myles, 436 for Dog. Dano222 has just gifted 10 memberships to the YouTube community of Classic Tetris Monthly. Thank you, Dano222. If you are Theodore, Jared, Paprika, Loff, Arm, Naval, Bracknar, Chili, Mr. Inori, and Ben, if you're one of those people, you have received a subscription to the YouTube channel. So thank you to Dano222. 514 for Dog into 19. Myles, I missed his transition, but he's at 655 on level 20. So right now, Myles ahead by 140,000 points and ahead by about 7 lines. So there was a winner in that giveaway for the glass. That, I believe, was Deck, right? There's a new giveaway from Fake Contorted Rodent of that same glass. So another chance to win that glass. Use exclamation point join. 594 for Dog, 735 for Myles. So Myles with about, 170,000 point lead ahead by 10 lines. Tetris is here. Where about these players are around 26, 27,000 points. That gives you a sense of how far ahead Myles is. There's a Tetris Myles, 821. Thank you, Fake Contorted Rodent, for that giveaway. K9 Watching Tetris gifted 3 months of Tier 1 on Twitch to Eric ICX. Thank you, K9 Watching Tetris. So both K9 Watching Tetris and Dano222 really carrying the water for the gifted memberships on both of our YouTube and Twitch channels. 2 amazing community members, very generous. Thank you so much. 829 for Dog, 976 for Myles. Myles got the max out. He's on 25. 861 for Dog. A07 Myles. Tetris Myles. A73. 892 for Dog. Myles still ahead by about 10 lines. There's a skimming of Tetris there for Dog. Another Tetris Myles. B09. He's got a 1.1 on 27. Tetris Dog, 995. Just a few thousand points away from that max out. That million points minus 1. That was the big milestone in the Classic Tetris community years ago. It still is a big milestone for a new, for a player who hasn't got one. It sure is. And still is the hallmark of a overall well-played game, generally speaking. You got a max out, you probably did pretty well. Myles is into 29. He's at C55. He's trying to bring this board back down. He's got holes across multiple rows and columns. He's trying to make sense of this. Dog here. Okay, trying to bring this down. Oh, great. J to the left. He's going to take that triple. A70 for him. C70 for Myles. Myles still fighting this back down. Kind of at a stalemate with the board right now. It's not going up, but it's not going down. He's just kind of treading water here. The board's starting to climb a little bit here for Myles. Bringing it down, though. Good pieces left and right. Oh, no, he's going to hang that J to the left. The target for Dog is C89, but Dog's board is climbing. This is going to be difficult. Great bar for him. See what he can do to bring this down. Got to get to C90. I don't know if he's going to get there. No, that's going to be a top out for Dog, and Myles is good in game number 1. Let's go. 3-2-1 Tetris. Gambit Zemmer with the 899 contribution to the prize pool. Appreciate that. That's going to get us up to $13,000, of course, $469.69. This is really, this whole prize pool thing is a war between people trying to put 69 on the board and people trying to have patterns like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2, 4, 6, 8 and all that. A 101 contribution from Tom J. Immediately wiping that horrible number off the board. K9 has paid 60 bits to gigantify an emote from Dog's Twitch channel. Okay. Dog with a little bit of a situation here. Still low on the board. Good adjustment there to make room for the L piece. Oh, Dog's going to get to work trying to clear this down. That is not a Tetris well, so he's not going to treat it like one, and he's just going to chop it down in chunks. Okay, nice little T-spin for Dog. And he's nearly out. $8.99 from Gambit. Into the prize pool. It's going to bring us up to $13,479.69. Thank you, Gambit. Billy Mack has redeemed the pint glass. I'm sure Billy Mack has like a homemade, like handcrafted, like home bar with like fine woodwork and all that. Billy Mack is a great YouTube channel. I haven't, did I somehow get unsubscribed from it? That happens sometimes, but he's got some great woodworking stuff. You go look him up on YouTube. He made a Tetris cutting board on there with some help from Dog playing Tetris. All right, I believe Dog provided the game board, like the that he kind of worked off of, right? He's like, here's a board. You will stay hydrated with this beautiful glass, imagine. It is a contribution war now. We're up to 13,480.70. Okay, I see. Dog played, and then you made the pattern of pieces from Dog's Tetris board. Well, you could hardly, choose a finer player whose board to pay tribute to. Tetris for Dog, 232. 292 for Myles. Although maybe you should have, chosen a Canadian. What about, Wallband, Eyeball, Ella? No, you want to ride for the Texan. Well, that's when there was peace between our two peoples. 818 from Gambit. It is a war now. $13,488.88. Thank you, Gambit. Appreciate that. YouTube is Billy Mac Makes, right? Billy Mac Makes. Jasmine is here. Jasmine, you have missed a couple of hits. Oh no, Myles with a little bit of a situation. Gets a long bar over though. Now he's got some pesky holes in the board. He will not be Tetris ready down the right side until he takes care of that or starts to build on top of that somehow. This is going to allow Dog maybe to start getting into this lead now, or cutting into the lead. 396 from Dog, 423 Myles. All right, Dog didn't have a good place for that S piece, so that's going to cost him one line of burning. Probably cost me about 30 lines. Oh, maybe a little bit more now. All right, Dog trying to avoid going for the S-spin. Much safer to take the tuck. $426 Dog, $449 Myles. So both players now clean. Myles with the score lead, but also ahead by 8 lines. 8-Bit Lord said, at their level, is it really about safety or is it efficiency? Well, it's really about both, and knowing when you got to be safe and knowing when you got to be efficient and being able to switch seamlessly between the two. But mostly it is efficiency. And that emphasis is going to go up every subsequent round because the players just get more and more consistent, more and more aggressive, make fewer mistakes. All right, dog, 549, 550 for Myles. All right, Myles trying to keep that right side open. He gets it open again. Long bar goes in. Tetris for him. Just to instantly recover the well, though. 615 for him. Dog now in the lead. 659. Back by 4 lines. So he's got the score lead. And he's got lines in hand. Jazzy Josh says, I didn't skip 2 ads on YouTube just for you, Vandy. Oh, thank you, Jazzy. Yeah, sit through those ads. I mean, that is the one thing that I kind of wish we didn't have to contend with. I mean, that is how, it's a good chunk of how this is all funded is ads. And I wish it didn't have to be, but that's what we got. 774 dog. There's one Myles. And another one dog. So dog now ahead 90,000 points, something like that. Myles ahead by 10 lines. Well, maybe it's closer to, maybe it's closer to about 80,000 points. They're 5 lines apart, 80,000 point lead for Myles. Okay, adjustment there for Myles to make room for the bar. He's going to fill in the stack there. Myles gets that S-spin. And Tetris down for Myles, 849, 929. So we're roughly 25 lines away from 29. The speed is going to increase. In fact, it's going to double. And that speed will be maintained for 100 lines until level 39. Well, there is one more speed increase, a terminal one. Please go to sleep with CTM YouTube VODs on autoplay. I mean, that's really the strategy, is coming up with like long form essay content, like 4-hour videos that people fall asleep to. That's what we got to do. All right, Myles board getting up pretty high. Long bar gets over. Oh, Myles going to top out on 29 at 828. So dog is good in game number 2. Myles' board was just too high centered, and he just could never get anything down to try to knock it down right toward the end there. So did his best to get a bar over, but then 29 just kind of like, wham. Dog gonna mulling it out a little bit here. There's a Tetris. EO8. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. And 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Okay, ZLOZ. No, the weather outside sounds really weird. Earlier today, very windy. We did have something happen to the electricity here, just like blipped on and off for a second. But I've got a UPS, so, it didn't really affect the stream or anything, but I don't know. This is a little weird. We're underway in game number 3 of this best of 5. Myles dealing with a little bit of a irritating board. All right, but he's going to start burning all this away. 2 more rows. And there's a good J piece for the left, and a long bar gets waggled, but it does find its way into the well on the right side. For the Tetris, 101 for Myles, 120 for Dog. Tetris Dog, 149, 125 for Myles. The S flat on the right side for Myles. Trying to minimize burns here with no other good place to put it. And it works. And he gets a Tetris 194. Long bar into column 9 for Dog to get set up. Another long bar to get the Tetris. So both players at 47 lines. Dog ahead by 7,000 points. Sentient Longbar said it's getting odd in San Antonio as well. See, I'm in Austin, so that's why San Antonio is relevant to me. Just about, 90 miles away? Is that what it is? 263 Myles, 247 Dog. They both Tetris. If you have good enough stacking and good enough range on your rolling, could you theoretically get a perfect game every single time you play? Well, even the AIs don't really do that. But close, I guess. Yeah, I mean the RNG. I mean, if it were true 7 bag, then yes, probably. But the randomness of the RNG really hurts. That's my understanding. It's very not sophisticated. There are smarter people here than me. $356 for Myles, $389 for Dog. Myles could really use a bar here, but those couple of L's will really help. Myles trying to keep that right side well open. All right, Myles has brought it all the way back down. 416 for him. Dog with a dirty Tetris center well. All right, he's just going to take the burns. Not going to mess around anymore with any center well, dirty, whatever nonsense. Just going to bring it down, take the burns, reestablish, have a good stack. And that is what he has mostly done here, although he creates a little gap there and a long bar dependency in column 3. Kind of forced into it. 427 Dog, 425 Myles. Myles has a dirty in column 10 set up and gets it. Can't remember the name though, but it's in Austin, so you got some good food over there. There's a damn good breakfast place I want to revisit with my wife. Let me think. Is it Kirby Lane? Maybe Kirby Lane. $445 for Dog. There's a Tetris down the middle for Myles. 502 entry into 19. There's also a place called like Snooze, but I think there's like one of those in a couple of cities, you know. But people like that as well. 508 for Myles, 457 for Dog. Jasmine does not like Snooze. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been, but some people like it. So yeah, both players with, I wouldn't say suffer paces, but kind of on the lower end of paces. Dog's still not over 500,000 yet, and now on level 20. Longbar gets in. Tetris for Dog, 510. 571 for Myles on 21. Very expensive avocado toast. I mean, I'm sure eggs and avocados about to, you know, be even more expensive. Who knows? 647 for, you know, if it weren't for all that avocado toast, you'd all be able to afford houses. Tetris for Myles, 693, 649 Dog. Oh, First Watch. Yeah, I think First Watch is kind of similar. We have one of those, but yeah, I think there's some in multiple cities. 738 Dog, 726 Myles. Well, yeah, Mari, it's all that avocado toast. That's the problem. All right, Myles 793 Dog now in the lead by a small amount here, though Myles is going to get a couple Tetrises in a row. He's 7 lines ahead. He's ahead by, well, nothing now. So anyway, they're trading the lead back and forth. They are offset by, you know, 5 or 6 lines, something like that. Still very close. Anybody's game. Overshift to that Z for Dog. That's going to slow him down by a couple of burns here while he takes care of it. It's going to allow Myles to get back out into a lead. Tetris for Myles, 967 on 28. Tetris for Dog, 931. There's a Tetris Myles, 810, the max out into 29. And he brings that stack all the way back down very quickly, very cleanly. He's taken a triple here. And Dog is in with the Tetris in at 973. Well, actually more like in at about 930 something and gets that Tetris immediately after. So 986 Dog, A75 for Myles. The middle of that board is a mess. It's not survivable. Myles going to top out at A75. The target for Dog is A76. So he's got a lot of time. A76. Don't worry, Myles, you're good. Dog knows what he's got to do. He does not have to go crazy for Tetrises and things like that. But he can do what he wants. He can do things his own way. Okay, there's a Tetris for Dog, and that's going to do it. That Tetris will seal it for Dog. In game number 3, he's going to go up 2-1. So the chase down for Dog. Found it. It's called Another Broken Egg. Oh, the other place I was thinking was the Omelettery, which is pretty good. Another Broken Egg. I don't know that place. I'm going to look it up. Where is that? Another Broken Egg. It might be a franchise. Uh-oh. So Dog on level 38, he gets the D43. That's 1.3. He gets all the way to that level 39. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. That's right, y'all. You better not act up in chat or talk about people's cameras or, you know, pause in the middle of a thing. I got all your addresses now. All right, it is game number 4, Dog and Myles. The winner of this whole match will go to the top 8. We've already got 2 people in that top 8. One of them is Dangler. The other one, Huffaluffagus. It's crazy that one of these players won't be in the top 8, but that's a tournament, you know, it keeps going. Players keep getting eliminated, and that is the nature of the beast. Couple of Tetrises for Myles, 85,094 for Dog. $109 Myles, 117 Dog. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 164 for Dog, 155 for Myles. Adam Healy says, glad Vandweller has the time to put this stuff together. These Tetris tourneys are always fun to watch. Thank you, Adam. What color is this bracket? This is orange versus maroon. And I got to admit, I'm liking the maroon more than I like our existing red. I like our navy more than I like our existing blue. It's like I've changed up so many things of this tournament over the years. I have not changed the colors of the main 4 quadrants of the monthly bracket. I probably won't do it, but I'm really digging this this maroon. Golizer says, what a maroon. You're Bugs Bunny? Bugs Bunny used to say that in the 30s. 251 for Dog, 272 for Myles. We can't change up the colors. I mean, that is... they're iconic. Vandy was around in the 30s. You guys are about to be around in the 30s. In 5 years, it'll be the 30s. Question for Vandy. What's your opinion on P. Terry's? It's fine. It's a little... it's a little characterless, but it's fine. It'll do... Honestly, I love the breakfast sandwiches, like, better than I like the burgers, but they're fine. No complaints. The fries aren't my favorite. Shakes are good. So, you know, if you're nearby and you need something, prices are good too. $350 for Myles, $368 for Dog. All right, Tetris Myles. A skimming a Tetris for Dog, 396. There's one for Myles. There's one for Dog. Da, 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 da. They just keep Tetrising. Carl's Jr. and In-N-Out. I mean, Carl's Jr. is, yeah, definitely more akin to Whataburger. And Pete Terry's more akin to In-N-Out. You dropped Whataburger when they nuked your mushroom Swiss. That's gone? The mushroom Swiss is gone? What? Tiny Speakers says, I keep hearing Vandy say skibbity Tetris more than skimming a Tetris. I have no idea what you're talking about. $5.40 for Myles, $5.17 for Dog. You guys, yeah, I don't know what planet you're on. Myles with an errant flip of that LPs. That's going to slow him down as he enters 19. He's at 553. Dog is at 564 on 19. All right, so Myles trying to navigate this carefully. $565 for him, $641 for Dog. Myles with a great long bar to bring this whole thing down like 3 rows. That's going to help him out a lot. Now he's just waiting on a bar. He gets it. That's a Tetris, $599. $669 for Dog. Myles here setting up center well. He's going to get it. $629 for him. Well, this center well now is just for a triple. Going to block it here. And the game want to force feed him Z's and S's, which is exactly what he does not need. At that moment, anyway. $635 for him, $732 for Dog. So Dog out to almost a 100,000 point lead. Myles bringing this down. Dog with a Tetris, $762. He's just motoring along. Myles all the way back down to the bottom. We prefer doing things our own way. And yeah, Myles a little frustrated here. Just can't seem to get anything going. Dog, meanwhile, nodding. As players feel like they're in control when they're nodding. They feel what they're doing is working. They approve of how they're playing. All right, Myles has straightened out his board a bit, climbing a bit, but gets a Tetris, $694. $806 for Dog. There's another one, Myles. Myles back by about 80-something thousand points, although Dog adds a Tetris. There's a bit of a line difference here. Myles ahead in lines. Andy, that is so above my level. I don't even know what you're referring to, but I imagine it's amazing. $916 for Dog, $859 for Myles. There's a Tetris Myles, $894. There's one Dog, $953. Okay, Tetris Dog, he was going to take the skim, but saw the bar in the window and rotated that T so that he didn't have to take it. Myles is into 29 at 970. Dog going to take a nice easy single in at A60, gets a Tetris A97. Both players have maxed out. They're both at 29 and beyond. Okay, Myles gets a nice triple. He's got to bring this board back down. We'll see what their Dog's approach is here. And yeah, he's Tetrising. Or trying to. That left side, he gets the J over. That it's crucial. He gets Tetris. He's going to take a couple triples here, just try to recover a bit. B65 for him. A44 for Myles. 120,000 point lead for Dog. Lines are closer now. And now it looks like both players kind of in line out mode here. A little bit of a safety mode for, I don't know how long they're going to keep it up, but now Dog's starting to build up. Again, he's set up again. He takes a skim here. That left side for Myles. It's going to be a problem. He's dealing with it, but oh no, that left. And that is going to be a top out for Myles at B02, and Dog is going to take this match 3-1 and move on to the top 8. But Myles, a great performance. Myles had a very memorable tournament and lots of thrills and spills and chills and all that. But it's going to be Dog who will be in the fight for another Masters, and in fact a Mega Masters championship, which he still does not have. He's done every other thing you can do. He has not won Mega Masters yet. The 3 that we've had, one of them is Alex T, 2 are Fractal. Dog is still around, and he is in, and he will have a shot. Myles, again, GG's to you. Always a pleasure, always very entertaining, and hope to see you back here in subsequent months. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.